All right, I believe. Yeah, it's recording right now. So anyway, here's what we're gonna do, people. Now, all of these books, or all these facts, if you will, I got from books from 19. I want to say 60, 69. I will tell you some of them are just guppy books and blah blah blah. So anyway, let's go ahead and I don't know, go from here. All right, around 1590 or 1859, the species was first discovered. All right. Now I always say Policea reticulata, but you can see below there is supposed to be Poecilia reticulata. Okay. Um, it was from German. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that word. Ichthyologist, probably. Wilhelm Peters. And then in 1866, Dr. Robert Lynn, blah blah blah, Guppy sent some fish to be looked at, um, and named them Gardenia's Guppy. So anyway, that never stuck. So, around, as you can see, 1911, 1912, they finally arrived in America. These fish were discovered in Germany, basically, and overseas, um, perhaps from, South America, but obviously they didn't arrive. Um, in 1963, it was shown the guppy was the same species. Boy, I misspelled guppy there, didn't I? Googly moogly. Um, as the original Latin name. So anyway, the guppy got its name from the doctor. Okay. Um, now tolerance. Here's one thing no one knows, or hardly anybody knows, and this is a fact. I've done it. It is, yeah, absolute 100%. Experiments show they can be in 100% salt water. No problem there. Okay. Um, I'm sorry, the headphone was falling off. Googly moogly. Ah! But anyway, now keep in mind, every one of these things I'm listing here is what they said years and years and years ago in the 60s, okay? None of this is my stuff, but I've done it. So you can, what you do is, over time, you slowly raise the water to 25% salt water, 50%, and 75%. After a week, there were no deaths going into 100% salt water. All right. Um, as far as temps, 65 to 85 degrees are normal. Okay. Anything below, anything above that, probably bad, my opinion. And they're fine. They won't reproduce at the extreme ends, kind of like it says. They might like outside ranges, but they're going to be prone to disease if you keep going higher or lower. Ideal, ideal. This one's mine. Okay, was not from the books. 72 to 80. Okay, now from the books, below was 6.6 to 8.5 pH, and ideal 6.8 to 7.8. Um, I think they can do a little bit more extreme than that, so go from there. And tests showed. Now keep in mind these are from the books of the 60s, 70s. Too much light produce sterile guppies. You want 12 hours a day or less suggested. Hey man, it's from the books, not me. And there was 3 different books I looked at, alright? Don't blame me. Now, here's a cool thing about mating. The male Gonapodean is barbed. I don't know if any of y'all knew that. Um, and can be broken mating or gets caught in a net. I have seen this. Okay. In those cases, the male usually dies. Yes, at one point, I netted a male for a customer, and I'll be darned if his thingy did not get stuck in a net and I could not get it out. Alright? Could not. And it was stuck. It was horrible. And I forcibly had to remove the guy. I'm pretty sure he probably died. So, alright. Oops. Another thing that people, swear about. They're white bears, Scott, they're white bears. I know they are. But the fry start out as eggs in the, over. I hate to say that word. But anyway, they are born live. And in rare cases, females will release the eggs. I have seen this one time. Okay? And fry may hatch from them in time, usually not. Let's be real here. And if the female's stressed, I've seen this a million times, they'll absorb the eggs of the fry. So in other words, I'm pregnant, I'm pregnant, I'm pregnant. I'm not pregnant no more. Probably because of bad water quality. Probably because of, whatever. There might be 100 males in the aquarium and 4 females. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a lot of stress that goes involved in there, alright? Now, so all they can have, seen it, done it. Females will store sperm for about 4 to 8 months plus, not needing another male. Absolutely true. And if any of y'all doubt me, let your little female or 2 get pregnant and remove the 1 male you got. Obviously, you probably got more than 1 male. And put him in our tank. And I'll be darned if you don't see a ton of pregnant females that continue to have children. Alright? That's a fact. So, this fact probably none of y'all knew. Okay? In the 60s, there was a lot of testing done, yada, yada, yada. The way they used to check the females was, after a few weeks, they would, they use some kind of hormone. I don't know what it is nowadays. I don't know what it was back then. Okay? But they would inject them, and the reasoning being, the female would actually color up some so they could kind of tell what the male was breeding to. Isn't that's crazy? Okay. But a lot of the problems right there in the middle, when overdosing, sterility, and blah blah. You can read all that. But at one point they kind of thought that, and it did happen. I've seen pictures of it from the 60s, 70s. Okay, that enough of an overdose would actually make a female into a male temporarily, and vice versa. But I don't know of any modern examples, as you can see in the bottom line, of changing sex. I have never seen that. I have seen a recent example, of a, what do you call it? When a, guppy is born with both, uh, I'm not going to get into it. But I did see a recent example of a guppy that seem to be born with both male and female, you know, deals. So anyway, um, but you gotta keep in mind, all of this stuff was because of, hormones and other things interjected into the water. Yada yada yada. So anyway, if y'all have any questions at all, ask me later, PM me, whatever. I just thought these were some cool examples straight out of the books, not my opinion. These were straight out of, Guppy and Guppy keepers and whatever, you know. So, but, I don't know. Hope you learned something. Hope maybe you didn't. Who cares? I just tried the best I could. Later. Oops.